There is a single checkbox, sometimes already ticked, sometimes left blank, that quietly decides whether you become an organ donor, how much money you retire with, what you watch tonight, and 100 other things you'd swear you chose for yourself. You almost never touch it. And the people who design that box are counting on exactly that. It's called the default effect, and it runs on a deep, lazy pull called status quo bias. Whatever option is already selected, the path of least resistance is the one you'll go with almost every time, even when changing it takes 10 seconds and matters enormously. The most staggering proof is about life and death itself: organ donation. Take two neighboring countries, similar cultures, similar people. In one, almost nobody is a registered organ donor. In the other, almost everybody is. And the difference isn't belief or generosity or religion. It comes down to one line on a form. The researchers Johnson and Daniel Goldstein compared organ donor rates across Europe. In the countries where the form said, in effect, check here to become a donor, opt-in, consent stayed shockingly low. In Germany, just 12% of people. In Denmark, 4%. But in the countries where the form said, check here if you do not want to be a donor, where you're a donor by default, consent was near total. Austria, 99%. France and others, nearly as high. Same continent, same kind of people. The only thing that changed was which box came already ticked. Sit with that for a moment. Whether a person's organs become available to save someone else's life comes down, overwhelmingly, not to their deepest values, but to whether a clerk designed the form as opt-in or opt-out. Almost nobody in either country bothers to change it. They just go with whatever was already there. And before you decide that a one-off, that organ donation is emotional, that people just avoid thinking about death, know that the exact same force quietly runs your retirement. Economists studied a company that switched its retirement savings plan from opt-in to automatic. Before the switch, new employees had to actively sign up to save for their future. Participation sat somewhere around a third to a half. Then the company made saving the default. You're enrolled unless you choose to opt out. Participation leapt to around 90%. Same salaries, same plan. The only thing that changed was the starting position of a single checkbox, and it reshaped how thousands of people would one day retire. And notice, in both stories, the pre-tick box didn't just nudge people at the margin. It flipped the majority, turning near total participation into near total absence on nothing but a starting position, so silently that not one of those people felt overruled. So why is a pre-tick box so absurdly powerful? 3 quiet forces stack up behind it. The first is simply effort. Changing the default takes action. Reading, deciding, clicking. Staying takes nothing at all. And your brain is a relentless energy saver. When the easy path and the hard path both technically get you through, you take the easy one nearly every single time. A default is the ultimate easy path. To accept it, you do literally nothing. And doing nothing is the one thing a tired, busy, distracted brain is always willing to do. The second is that the default feels like a recommendation. Some part of you quietly assumes that whoever set this up must have known what they were doing. The pre-selected option carries a silent whisper of, this is the normal, sensible choice, even when nobody chose it for your benefit at all. And the third is loss aversion, sneaking back in. Changing the default means actively choosing, and actively choosing means you own the result. If you leave the default and it goes wrong, well, that's just how things were. But if you change it and it goes wrong, that's on you. So staying put feels safer, even when it plainly isn't. Once you see the shape of it, you'll spot defaults steering you all day long. The privacy settings you never opened, set by default to share the most. The recommended plan conveniently pre-highlighted. The subscription that auto-renews unless you remember to stop it. The pre-ticked "Yes, email me" box. The payment screen where the suggested tip starts high and no tip hides in the corner. The app that arrived with every notification already switched on. The cookie banner where "Accept All" is one big friendly button and "Reject" is buried 3 clicks deep. None of these are accidents. There's an entire discipline. It's called choice architecture, devoted to setting the default that benefits whoever built the screen. When opting out is a maze and staying in is a single tap, the maze is the point. The friction is deliberate, and it runs your own life from the inside. 2. In defaults that nobody set but you. The show that quietly autoplays the next episode. The same route you always drive. The job you keep meaning to leave. The relationship running on autopilot. Doing nothing is itself a choice. It is choosing the default, but it never feels like one, so you never actually put it on trial. That's the real cost. Status quo bias never announces itself. It disguises 100 silent, "I'll just leave it as it is" moments as no decision at all, when every one of them is a decision you made by not making it. So why are you wired this way? Because, as always, most of the time it works. You genuinely cannot read aside every setting, every subscription, every habit, every single day. You'd never make it out the door. Defaulting frees your attention for the things that actually matter. The bias is just the price. The same autopilot that saves you from drowning in decisions also quietly hands the wheel to whoever set the default. A company, a form, or your own past self on a day you've long since forgotten. You can't examine every default, but you can install one new habit that flips the power back to you. When you notice a default, a pre-tick box, an auto-renewal, or a recommended option, this is just how it's always been done. Stop and ask one question. If this weren't already set, would I choose it right now? It's the same question that beats a dozen biases. Aim this time straight at the status quo. Would you sign up for this subscription today if you weren't already paying for it? Would you pick this plan if it weren't the one glowing in the middle? Would you choose this route, this habit, this default from scratch, knowing everything you know now? If yes, wonderful. Now it's genuinely your choice and not just inertia. If no, you've just found a change worth 10 seconds of effort. And then go one step further. Pick your own defaults on purpose. You're always going to follow the path of least resistance. So make the good path the easy one. Put the book on your pillow. Lay the gym clothes by the bed. Set the savings to move automatically. Design your future defaults deliberately today, and let the very same laziness that used to work against you start quietly working for you instead. Because here's what those 2 countries really proved. You are not mostly the sum of your choices. You're the sum of your defaults, the boxes you never unticked, the settings you never opened, the paths you walked simply because they were already lit. And the moment you start truly seeing the defaults, you get to take back every choice you've been quietly letting someone else make for you. Start seeing the defaults and start choosing on purpose. Hit subscribe. A new one every week. How your own mind quietly tricks you.